You've probably thought about dropshipping but stopped because you don't know how, where to start, or if it even works. Trust me, I've been there. But in this video, I'm going to show you my exact strategy that took this new store to over $3,000 in sales during its first week, and how you can do it too, even if you're starting from zero. So before I show you everything you need to do to start generating your first few $100s per day, just like I did with this store right here, I think it's important to first cover a few things that's gonna set you up for success in 2025. And whether you're brand new to dropshipping or you've tried before and you felt stuck, these points that I'm gonna go over are crucial to understand before you take that first step. Point number one, you don't need any paid mentorships or expensive courses to get started with dropshipping. Everything I learned to make my first 10K and eventually my first 100K with dropshipping came directly from free resources on YouTube, just like the video you're watching right now. And sure, when I started 7 years ago, I did invest and pay for a few courses. However, most of them were not very helpful and definitely not worth the price that I paid for. So that's why my goal for this channel is to simply give back to those who are starting out, because I know exactly what it's like to be in your shoes. And again, what I can tell you with absolute certainty is that you do not need to spend thousands of dollars on expensive mentorships or courses just to get started. And this leads me on to point number two. You will only learn by actually doing dropshipping. One of my favorite sayings is that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start in order to be great. And that couldn't be any more truthful, especially when it comes to dropshipping. Too many people spend several hours or even months watching videos, taking notes, and overanalyzing every single detail, but all that does is keep you frozen and prevent you from taking that first step, which is the most important thing. And to be honest, you will learn more in 1 week of running a store, even if it doesn't work out, than you will in months of just consuming content, taking notes, and not taking action at all. And point number three, it has never been an easier time to start dropshipping than right now. And that is purely due to the fact that we have all of these resources available through AI. I mean, you can literally start a brand new store with zero experience because AI is going to handle most of the hard work for you. With AI, it'll help you brainstorm ideas for your store in just seconds. It can help you write entire product descriptions even if you have no copywriting experience whatsoever. It can help you come up with unique marketing angles to help you advertise your products. And now it can even help to build the foundation for your Shopify store so you can be ready to start dropshipping more easily than ever before. So if you ever thought dropshipping sounded too complicated or too overwhelming, I'm here to tell you that it's never been more beginner friendly than it is right now, which again makes this the perfect time to get started in 2025. So now that you understand what's possible for you, here's exactly what we're covering in this video step by step. I'm gonna walk you through how to find the right products to sell, how to validate demand for your product so you're not wasting any time or money testing the wrong products. Once you find a product, I'm gonna show you how you can source that product in China so that you can fulfill all of your orders with ease without touching a single piece of inventory. And then I'm going to show you how to import that product into your Shopify store and build out the entire product page super easily with AI. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how to get customers to your store using TikTok ads, which is my personal favorite in order to get quicker results and have the highest chance of success, especially as a beginner. And even if you don't have a huge budget to work with right now, don't worry, because the strategy I'll be going over only requires a minimum of $20 per day. And with all that being said, by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to launch your very first Shopify store and start making your first sales in 2025. And if that sounds good to you, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to this channel, and let's get straight into the value. All right, so the first thing we need to do to get started is to set up your Shopify store. Now you can easily create a Shopify store directly on their website. However, they're only gonna let you pay $1 for the first month before they start billing you for the full price of the plan, which starts at $39 a month. And I can understand how that could be pretty expensive, especially for those who are just starting. So instead of doing that, you can sign up for your Shopify store using my link down below, which is going to give you a special discount where you only have to pay $1 for the next 3 months, which is going to give you a lot more time to learn how Shopify works and more time to start testing products so that you can start making your first few sales. So when you click the link down below, you'll be brought to a page like this. Go ahead and just enter in your email and then click on start free trial. And then after entering some of your details, go ahead and click on this option so that we can make this process a whole lot faster. And then now you just need to choose a Shopify plan. For beginners, I would recommend starting starting out with the basic plan. And then from here, you just need to enter in your card details. As a reminder, you're not going to get billed anything upfront today. This is just in case you decide to keep your Shopify store running for the next 3 months, which again is only going to bill you $1 for each of those months. So in other words, you're only going to pay a maximum of $3 after 3 months of opening your store. Once you've put in all your information, go ahead and click on subscribe. And once you do that, you now have access to your brand new Shopify store. So now that your Shopify store has been created, you just want to make sure to take the time to set up the color schemes for your store, upload a homepage banner, and upload products so that it looks more legit to your customers. But of course, all of these things take a lot of time, and it can be very overwhelming, especially for those who have never really touched a Shopify store before. But fortunately, we now have access to AI tools that can easily build the foundation for our store so that you can easily choose the color scheme, choose whatever banner that you want for your homepage, and even preload your store with products so that you start off with a more solid base that's a lot easier to work with, especially as a beginner. So I'm going to quickly show you guys what it actually looks like to build out your store with AI. And if you want to follow along with the process, then go ahead and scroll down to the description below, click the link, and you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. And the first thing that we need to do is choose our niche for the store. This is something you don't really need to overcomplicate. And what I would generally recommend is just starting out with the home niche because it's really broad and you can pretty much test any products under this store. Once you choose the niche, go ahead and click on build my free store, enter in your email, and then click create your free account. And from here, you're going to have 4 colors that you can choose from. Don't worry, as you can always change this at a later point in time. This is really just meant to be a starting point for your store design. So in my case, I'm going to select the blue color and then click next. And then now you could just choose whatever banner you want to start out with for your store. Again, you can always change this later, which is what I would recommend that you do. But I'm going to go ahead and just choose this banner to start with. Then I'm going to click on next. And now you're going to see a pop-up like this. And then now we just need to claim our Shopify store. Once you're here, it's going to ask you to register on Shopify. However, if you already registered for your store, like how I just went over a few minutes ago, then you don't necessarily have to sign up again. And then you can go ahead and click on next right here. And then you're going to get this message reminding you to activate your Shopify plan. So you just want to make sure that you select a plan just like we did a few minutes ago, and then click on I have activated it. Once you do that, we just need to go back to our store, grab the entire URL like this, paste it into this box, and then click save, and then click next. And then now we just need to activate Zendrop. And in case you don't know what Zendrop is, it's basically an all-in-one platform that makes it super easy to fulfill all of your orders. And it's something I generally recommend to anyone who's just starting out because it just makes the entire process easier. And it's also something that we're going to be using to import all of our products into our store, which you'll be seeing in a later part in this video. So go ahead and click here and then install the app. And once Zendrop is installed, I would also recommend to check out some of the resources that they have. For example, they have the trending products feature, which is basically a list that they update every week with products that have been proven to sell. But I would strongly recommend to stick around for a later part in this video, as I'll be showing you exactly how you can validate any of these products to make sure that it's actually in demand and to help you avoid wasting any time testing the wrong products. And in addition to that, you should also check out Zendrop Academy, which has a bunch of free courses that's going to help you learn the foundations of dropshipping, which is a really great resource for beginners. And they even have live coaching calls that you can attend to so that you can learn even more about what's working right now and help you avoid making those common mistakes when running a dropshipping store as a beginner. So after checking out Zendrop for a little bit, let's go back into the store builder and then click on next, and then click on next again. And now it's basically using AI to make the final touches to build the foundation for your store. And once that is complete, you're going to go ahead and click on access Shopify and publish. And from here, you're going to remove your password. And now the store is live and we can go ahead and get a preview of how it looks. And you can see now we have a better foundation that we can start out with. We have some sections here that we can easily update. We also have some products pre-uploaded into the store, a little section for testimonials, which again, you can also customize for yourself. And overall, it's just one step ahead to get your store up and running rather than starting with a store that looks like this, which requires a lot more work and can definitely be overwhelming for the beginners out there. As a quick side note, because we do have some products preloaded into the store, Zendrop does have a subscription based on how many products are linked with their platform. So this is something to keep in mind if you decide to keep some of these products connected. And again, if you stick around to the store design part of this video, I'm going to give you some tips on the changes you can make to your homepage and product pages once you're actually ready to start testing your products. All right, so now that we've set up your Shopify store, it's time to move on to the next and arguably the most important step, which is finding winning products. But before we get into that, I wanted to address a few things on what you should actually be looking for in a product. And I promise you, this isn't going to be your typical dropshipping advice that you heard of 1,000 times already. And what exactly am I talking about? Well, if you've been learning about dropshipping for some time, you've probably heard a lot of people in the industry say things like, find a product that solves a problem, stick to the health and beauty niche, do branded dropshipping. Now, let me give you my honest opinion about all of that. It literally does not matter what product you sell. And hold on, before people start coming after me in the comments about what I just said, I don't mean that you should just go out and sell copyrighted or garbage quality products, but in the next few seconds, I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by not overcomplicating the products that you sell. Instead of overanalyzing every single product and stressing over whether it solves a problem or could become the next billion-dollar brand, you can just focus on these two simple things. Number one, are people saying they want the product right now? Number two, is it something they can't find easily at their local retail stores? If the answer to both of those is yes, then that is the product you should sell. Just look at the sunset lamp, for example. This product probably pulled in over 1 billion views at this point, and it also made millions for whoever was lucky enough to sell this product. And if you really take some time to think, what problem did this product actually solve? Nothing. People bought this product because it looked cool and they wanted it. That's it. And that's exactly why you as a beginner should forget about only trying to find problem-solving products or building an amazing dropshipping brand from the start. Because let's be real, how can you even build a brand as a beginner? It takes a ton of money, time, and experience to even do that successfully. And don't get me wrong, I think branded dropshipping is an amazing model, and it should definitely be the end goal for anyone who's trying to get into e-commerce and dropshipping. However, it's just simply not a realistic starting point for a lot of you who don't have any type of marketing experience or any understanding at all of what it actually takes to build a brand in the first place. And this is why your focus as a beginner dropshipper should be simple. Look for cool products that a lot of people want, even if it doesn't solve a problem, make a ton of money with those products, and use the skills and experience that you will gain out of those products, such as marketing, operating your store, running a team, negotiating suppliers, and use all of those newfound skills to build something long-term later on. I promise you, by simply shifting your mindset and not overcomplicating the products that you test, and only look for products that people actually want, no matter if it's a problem solver or has a wow factor, it's going to be the most viable and most realistic strategy that any beginner can succeed with, of course, as long as you are marketing your products correctly. And now I know what you might be thinking. What if I don't have any marketing experience? What should I sell then? Then you should simply look out for products that market themselves. These are the type of products that might not solve a crazy problem, but has a strong enough wow factor where if you just simply take that product and record a video of it, that's enough for people to take out their wallet and buy your product immediately. Let me give you an example of what that looks like. This right here was one of my very first winning products back in 2018. And all this is just a very cute looking animal that looks like they're biting onto your iPhone. And one of my best performing ads for this product was simply this photo that you see here on this screen. And why is that? Because the photo spoke for itself. I didn't have to do any crazy marketing tactics to be able to sell this product because the product had such a strong wow factor. It looks so cute, it looks so unique. And again, a photo was all that was needed just to get the point across for this product. And now you're probably wondering, how did I find this product? Honestly, I originally found this just by naturally scrolling on my Twitter feed, and I found this exact post from this person posting different angles of the product, and all he said was, "This is important." And you can see that it had 458k likes, 155k retweets, and when I opened the thread, I saw hundreds and thousands of people yelling in the comments of where they can buy this product, and that is simply due to the fact of this product's wow factor. So going back to some of the criteria I was talking about earlier, there was only two things that helped me conclude that this was the right product for me to dropship. Number one, people said they wanted the product, and I found proof of that by simply looking at the Twitter threads. And number two, this was a product that you couldn't easily find at a retail store because it was something that was very unique. It was something very brand new at the time, which then gave me as the dropshipper to easily find this product in China and start up a dropshipping store and sell this product to all of the hundreds and thousands and millions of people that was interested in this product. So now that you understand some of the things you want to be looking out for your products, now I'm going to show you some of my favorite ways to find products like the example I just showed you, and also how to validate those products to make sure that there's demand and that people want it, so that you don't waste any time or money selling products that people don't even want. So the first strategy is finding winning products organically on your TikTok feed. And I cannot stress enough how powerful this method actually is. In fact, this strategy is exactly how I found this winning product that has done over $500,000 for my store right now. So let me walk you through exactly how this works. First things first, you want to create a brand new TikTok account. Then you want to go ahead and search up hashtags such as Amazon finds, TikTok made me buy it, and things like that. But the key with this method is not to actually find winning products through the hashtags themselves, but we're just using this as a way to find as many authentic TikTok users as possible who are just organically reviewing products for a living. So for example, I typed in Amazon finds, and what I can already see here is not dropshippers, but actual real people that review products pretty much on a daily basis. And all you want to do is click into each of these videos and click on like and save their video, and maybe even make a comment on some of these videos. And basically what you're doing is that you're telling the TikTok algorithm that you're interested in product-based videos. And pretty much after a week or so, your TikTok feed should look pretty similar to mine, where I can keep scrolling and pretty much every TikTok video I see is just somebody reviewing a product, whether it's a real person or a dropshipper themselves. But ideally, you want to be coming across viral videos that are not posted by dropshippers. So to give you a better idea, I'm going to pull out this screen recording that I took about a year ago, just because I knew that this was going to be the perfect example that I can show to you guys on YouTube of how I ran across a winning product that wasn't even posted by a dropshipper. You can see that I was just casually scrolling on my feed until I scroll and I run into this video right here. And what this product is basically just like this light up art frame that just looks really, really cool. And right off the bat, we can already see that this is clearly something going viral because it already has 700K likes, over 1K comments, and 90K saves. So once I ran across this viral video, I went ahead and just opened up the comments, and this is exactly the type of comments you want to be looking for. First off, we're already seeing that a lot of people are showing demand for this product, but most importantly, if you pay attention to the time frames of all of these comments, everything is happening in a recent period of time. We can see that all of these comments are happening within 1 day ago. If I fast forward just a little bit, we can see just a few more comments within 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, of people saying that the product is so cool, they need the product. And overall, I'm basically seeing the same exact thing that I showed you guys with that product example that I found on Twitter, where we can clearly see thousands of people showing demand for this product. And most importantly, it's all happening right now. And notice how some of these people in these comments are asking, how do I order? Which again follows principle number 2 that I was talking about, which is if the product is hard to find at a local retail store, then that is a good sign, because it means the product is untapped and something that you can easily dropship to a market of people that are ready to buy that product. Now, of course, you can only run into viral ads like this every so often. And if I'm being honest, there is some luck involved with this strategy, but don't worry, because I'm also going to show you a few more strategies that you can use to find products the old-fashioned way by searching through my top list of popular websites that sell a lot of dropshipping products. To give some context, this method is all about using your intuition while you're browsing through these websites. So while you're looking around these websites that I'm going to go over in just a second, you just want to look out for products that stick out to you, what you feel like might have a wow factor, or it can even be a product that might solve your problem or one of your friends or family's problems. However, the key with this method is not about what you think is cool, but it's really just our first stepping stone so that we can take a product that might look interesting and then use my product validation checklist that's going to help you determine if that product actually has demand and people want to buy that product right now. So my first favorite place to look for winning products would be Amazon movers and shakers. And this is basically a category of products that have a sudden spike in sales in the past 24 hours, which in other words means that these are products that are in demand right now. And here are the list of categories that I would recommend to look through when trying to find a product that might look interesting to you. And again, this is just the first part of the process. I'm first going to show you all of the websites that I like to look through first, and then I'm going to walk you guys through my thought process on what I think is interesting and how I'm going to use my product validation checklist that I just mentioned to you so that we can find out if it's a product that's worth selling. And the next website I would recommend that you look would be aliexpress.com, but on a private window. Once you load up the website, you want to reject the cookies. And the reason you want to do this is so that AliExpress can show you a lot of fresh products and not using any of your previous cookies or browsing history that might influence some of the products that it wants to show you. And pretty much the only category I look through on AliExpress is just by simply scrolling all the way down and going to this more to love category. And this is basically a category that's just going to show you a list of unlimited products. I mean, you can literally scroll down forever. But again, the key is to just look out for products that might have that wow factor and might stick out to you. Another one of my favorites is looking at the trending products category through Zendrop every week or so, just because they update this list on a weekly basis. And I feel like their product research team does a pretty good job of actually finding products with a good wow factor. For example, this is the type of product that sticks out to me because it looks really unique. I don't think this is something you can easily find at a retail store. And it's a pretty cool product because it looks like a miniature fireplace. And lastly, one of my personal favorites right now to find a lot of untapped winners would be temu.com, which is basically just like a newer version of AliExpress. And I would recommend looking at their list of best sellers, 5-star rated, and even Christmas savings, and start browsing around to see if there's any products that might be unique and stick out to you. I already noticed a product that kind of sticks out out to me. So let's go ahead and click on this and see what it is. So it looks like it's an electric heating pad that just wraps around your shoulder, but also on your entire back, which honestly looks pretty unique to me. I never seen a heating pad with this type of design. And usually most heating pads are just a normal rectangular shape, which again, you can easily find at like any Target or Walmart. But I don't know, to me, it just looks a little bit unique. And now I'm gonna show you how I could determine if this is something that's actually untapped and people actually want this product. So it all starts by using my product validation checklist. But basically, anytime I find a product that sticks out to me, I will always search up keywords for that product on TikTok. And what I look out for are pretty much the same exact principles I went over with you guys when we are looking for viral videos naturally on our TikTok feeds. When I search up these keywords, I wanna make sure that I'm finding videos that are going viral as recent as possible. So ideally, I wanna find videos that were going viral like a day ago or even a week ago. But it's also okay if you run into videos that went viral even 1 or 2 months ago. And once I click on those videos, I'm gonna look at those comments and see if people are actually showing demand for that product. And I'm also gonna pay attention to how recent those comments were. If a lot of those comments have been happening within hours ago or even just a couple of days ago, then this tells me that this product is in demand right now and people actually wanna buy that product. And aside from that, there's another thing you wanna look out for as you're searching up these keywords. You wanna pay attention to how many of those videos were posted by dropshippers or posted by real people who are just naturally advertising that product on TikTok. For example, if you search up keywords for your product and you see like 5 to 10 or more dropshippers actively posting videos for that product, then I would recommend to not even bother testing that product, just because it's gonna be very difficult for you as a beginner to go up against these other dropshippers that already have a lot of momentum and the advantage of the algorithm on their side. So here's an example of what not to look for when you're searching up keywords for your product. Notice how I type in flame diffuser, which by the way is a very saturated product and I wouldn't recommend selling that right now. You can already see right off the bat that there's been several other dropshippers that have advertised this product. One person got 17 million views about 2-3 years ago, but as we keep scrolling down, pretty much every page that we see is just a dropshipping page. And overall, this is just something that I don't like to look for. Now, let me show you the clear difference in results when we search up keywords with this product that I just found on Temu. So I just typed in electric heating pad for the back, and right away, I can see that there's 2 real people that are reviewing this product right now. And 2 of these videos are actually pretty recent. So at the time of recording this video, it's the beginning of December. And these 2 videos racked up a couple million views, which is already looking like a good sign. And if we keep scrolling a little further, notice how I don't really see that many videos based on this product. And for everyone who is advertising this product, it's a real person and not a dropshipper. This is a really great sign because this shows that this product does have demand and it has really low competition because not a whole lot of dropshippers know that this exists just yet. And if we click into this video right here that got 3 million views, again, we want to do the same things that I was preaching about earlier. You want to look through the comments and just see if people actually want this product. So we can see that there's a positive comment right here. He's saying that the product is legit and that you shouldn't sleep on it. And if we keep scrolling down, we overall see a lot of positive comments, which is showing a pretty good sign that this is a product that could be worth testing. And after searching up keywords on TikTok, I also like to use Minea, which is basically a product research tool that I've mentioned many times on my channel. And I always use this to cross-check all of my products just to make sure that there hasn't been too many other dropshippers that have been actively running ads for this product outside of TikTok. So to make this work, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this product from Temu, and then I'm simply gonna upload it into the magic search. And if the list looks something like this, where it can't even find any listings with this exact same product, this is a really great sign because it means that no other dropshipper really knows that this product exists. And so far, no one has really successfully scaled an ad for this product, which leaves more room for you to be one of the first to sell this product, which is going to be a really key advantage for you, especially if you're a beginner. And let me quickly show you what a bad example looks like on Minea, which will tell you that you should stay away from that product. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this flame diffuser. I'm gonna go back into magic search and then upload that screenshot, and you can see the clear difference in results. Minea is able to pull up every dropshipper that has ran ads for this product or has this item uploaded into their store. And because we can just keep scrolling on and on forever and everyone is using like the same pictures for this product, this is going to immediately tell you how saturated that product is, and it clearly has a lot of competition, and it's going to be really hard for you as a beginner to test a product like this. And just for safe measures, I would also recommend to use the creative finder feature. So I'm going to upload a picture of that electric heating pad again, and we can see that almost nobody has actually ran ads for this product, which is a really good sign. And if we upload a picture of this flame diffuser, you can quickly see all of the other people who are attempting to run ads for this product, which is something that I generally recommend to avoid because chances are you're just not going to see success as a beginner trying to test a product that is this saturated. So that's pretty much how you can find find products off of websites like Amazon, Temu, and AliExpress and use my validation checklist to make sure that those products actually have demand. If you're not able to find products using the TikTok burner method or any of the strategies that I just went over right now, then you can also use Minea, which is a product research tool like I mentioned that has a full database of Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok ads where you can easily adjust a bunch of different filters to help you find ads that are actually going viral right now, and it's going to save you a whole lot of time. And they even rolled out some new features allowing you to find winning products based on Shopify stores, and it can help you find products that have been promoted on TikTok Shop, which is something that is going really hot right now, and it's actually one of the most underrated methods to be finding winning products right now. But to give you a quick example of how you can find a winning product through Minea, I'm going to go in the Facebook ad database, I'm going to click on dates, click on creation date, and then I'm going to go back around 3 months so that we're looking in a period within the last 90 days, and then click apply. Then for media type, I'm going to select videos. For e-commerce platform, I'm going to select Shopify so that I only see ads from Shopify dropshippers. Then I'm going to filter all of these likes with a minimum of 500 likes. And for the countries, I'm going to select Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, and United States, and then click apply. Once we do that, I'm going to go to the filters right here, and I'm going to filter everything by last seen because this is going to show me all of the most recent ads based on my filters that I set here. And what we do here is basically the same principle that we did earlier. You want to use your intuition, try to look out for products that might stick out to you, and hopefully has that strong wow factor that is extremely easy to market. And I can already see a product right here that sticks out to me. Let's go ahead and click on this, and then click see ad, which is going to take us directly to the Facebook ad post, which is going to help us determine how viral the product is. And we can see that the ad has a lot of engagement, so it must be something cool. Let's go ahead and play the video. So it looks like it's this orb that shows different planets, but just in a really cool way. And we can see that it obviously has a really strong wow factor, and it doesn't really necessarily solve any problems. It just looks cool. And if we go to the comments and sort everything by the newest comments, we can see that all of the comments are still pretty recent. We have comments within 1 day ago, and a lot of people tagging their friends, saying that it's really awesome, and they're clearly showing some demand for this product. And then now what you can do is do all of the same steps that we did on my product validation checklist, search it up on TikTok, see if there's any dropshippers actively running videos for this product. If there's not too many of them and there's just real people advertising the product, then it could possibly be a good product to test. So again, just by using Minea, we saved a lot of time and we're able to find an ad that was actually going viral right now. And if you want to try it out for yourself, just go down to my link below and you can get 20% off your first 3 months. So now that you found a product that you want to test, now I'm going to show you how to import that into our Shopify store. So I'm going to use Zendrop to do this just because it's going to make it super easy to link our products directly to our store. So that way, once you start getting orders for your product, you can easily fulfill everything using this platform. And one of the best things about Zendrop is that it's generally going to give you much faster shipping times, which is definitely what you want so that you can avoid any headaches with your customers when you're running your store. So there's a couple ways we can do this. We can use their new request a product feature, and all you have to do is give them a link to your product. So for example, if I want to sell that heating pad that we were talking about a few minutes ago, I just found this off of AliExpress and then simply paste it into their chatbot, click send, and then simply provide your contact information. That way they can email or text you once they have that product sourced. And another way we can source the product is by using their find products feature. In case you didn't know, Zendrop actually owns all of their warehouses across the world, and 9 times out of 10, the product that you want to sell is probably already in their database, which makes life even easier, especially for beginners who are starting out. So all you have to do is look up some keywords of your product so that you can try to find it within their database, and then just scroll down for a couple minutes. It might take a little bit of time to find that product, and after a little bit of searching, I was able to find the product ready in their database. And once you found the product, you want to click on add to my products, then click on my products right here, click on review and publish, and from here we can edit the product name. So in this case, I'm going to keep it more simple and just call it a back heating pad. For the description, I would recommend just deleting everything, as I'm going to show you how to do the product description directly on Shopify, which I personally believe is a bit easier. You can go ahead and upload all of the variants that they have available for your product. And for the images, I'm probably not going to upload any of these ones right here. And instead, what I would recommend is trying to find your product off of AliExpress and use some of the images there. Otherwise, what I generally recommend the most, especially if you are starting to test a product that's actually working, then you should ideally take some photos yourself. That way it will look more high quality on your store. And once we do that, we're going to click on publish to my store and then click confirm. And now you want to go back to your Shopify store, go to the products tab, and you should be able to see that product right here. And now I'm going to show you how you can quickly simply create a product description using AI. So go ahead and scroll down below this video, click on the link to get access to my product description prompt. It's completely free for you guys. And in this prompt, you're gonna notice a couple areas highlighted in yellow where you simply insert the name of your product, a quick description of how it works, and a couple of key features and benefits for the product. And then you wanna paste that prompt directly into ChatGPT. And you can see that we have the results directly here. And this is typically the format I always like to do for all of my product descriptions. So from here, it's pretty much copy and paste. You just wanna make sure that everything is spaced accordingly like this. And also feel free to change some of these emojis so that it makes more sense with whatever benefit it's talking about. And once it's good to go ahead and click save. And what I'm personally gonna do is remove all of these images, and then I'm gonna upload some images that I found online. As a disclaimer, all of the images and the content that I'm using in this video is purely for educational purposes. And then I'm just gonna make sure to readjust the order just so that it kind of makes sense and make sure that I'm showing the key value points of the product first. And for the variants, I would recommend to adjust the labels so that they're a lot more cleaner. And currently we can see that there's a lot of different variants. When you're testing a product, I would strongly recommend to keep the options as small as possible so that your customers don't get paralyzed with all of the different options that you have. So in this case, I'm gonna remove all of these extra variants and only offer 2 colors, which will be gray and white, and then click done. And then for this other variant, this is basically just the different plugs and adapters for different countries. So instead of size, I'm gonna put plug, and instead of having all of these complex labels, I'm just gonna put the name of the countries for each. And then I'm gonna readjust the order so that US is at the top, just because that's gonna be my primary market, and then click done. And now the last thing we need to do is adjust the price. So select all of your variants, click on bulk edit, click on columns, select compare at price. And for the price you set for your customers, I would always recommend having a 2.5 to 3x markup from whatever it costs you to purchase that product from your supplier. So for example, the cost to source this product from Zendrop is $29 after shipping. So having something around $90 is definitely gonna make the most sense and help us become the most profitable, especially when we run ads. So I'm gonna put $89.99 as the starting price point. Drag this down below so that it applies for all of the other variants. For the compare at price, you just wanna put something a little bit higher to make it look like your product is on sale. In this case, I'm gonna put something realistic around $120 and then click save. And now that we set up the foundation for our product, the next thing we need to do is design the product page itself. To do that, we're gonna open the online store in a new tab because we're gonna need this page in just a few seconds, as you'll see. Once you're on online store, go ahead and click on customize. Once you're on the home page, click on catalog up here and try to find the product that we just imported from Zendrop, which is right here. And the very first thing we need to do is create a product template specific for this product. And this is really important to do with every single product that you test. That way, all of the different sections that you put below your product like this is gonna be specific to this product. Now, let's say if I don't create a product template, that means every single product on my store is gonna have these exact same sections, which we don't want. So in order to create a product template, just click on default product up here, click on products, click on create template, and then just put the name of your product. So in this case, I'm just gonna put back heating pad, and then click on create template. After you create the template, you want to go back to your product page that we were working on earlier, refresh that page, scroll down, and then you're going to see on the right hand side where it says theme template, and then you want to select that template that we just created and then click save. And now going back to the theme editor, I would recommend to exit out of it and then click on customize again, just because we need to refresh it. Go up here, click on products, and then click on back heating pad, and now we should see that this template is specific to this product that we want to be working on. So now I'm going to quickly show you some of the sections I like to put for all of my products if I'm just testing it. One very important thing I want to remind to you is that you should not be spending hours and hours trying to design the most perfect product page, especially if you haven't even started running ads yet. 80% of your effort should be going towards making good video ads for your product, because that is going to be the reason people click into your store in the first place. Without having a good video ad, no one is going to see your beautifully designed product page anyway. So I promise you, this part of the process is something you don't need to overcomplicate, and I'm going to show you how we use ChatGPT to make this process super easy and have this up and running in the next few minutes. So I'm going to activate this inspector tool. I'm going to select this widget up here, and personally, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. I'm going to scroll down a little bit below. If you want, you can have these reviews, which I think is a good way to build some social proof. But in my case, I'm going to delete this because, again, I like to really keep my product pages as simple as possible when I'm just testing. And then I'm going to select the add to cart buttons and then deselect dynamic checkout buttons so that we just have one button that doesn't overwhelm the customer. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to gonna go ahead and remove all of these different sections that come pre-installed with this AI store. Of course, you can feel free to use any of those sections, but I'm just gonna show you the sections that I use. So after you've deleted everything, we're gonna add a new section. You're gonna select rich text. We're gonna add another section, and you're gonna look for multi-row. And so far you can see how the sections look like right now. And we're gonna add one more section and select rich text once again. And that is basically all of the sections that we need. So now all we need to do is fill in all of these sections with our copywriting. And fortunately, I already have a ChatGPT prompt that I use to generate all of the copywriting for all of these sections. And you can also get access to this prompt in my description below. So this is all of the copywriting for section 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy and then simply paste it right here. Copy the subtext, paste it on this section. For the button, I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. And the next part is gonna be the multi-row section. And again, it's pretty much simple copy and paste from here. And once you copy and paste everything and insert all of your images, your product page should look something like this. So you can see we have the introduction at the top. We have some nice clean images that showcase some of the key features with the product, and a simple guarantee just giving some trust to our customers. Now, like I said, this is a very simple approach that I take for quickly testing products. If you want to know how to take it a step further and design your product page and have custom made images like this, adding all of these additional elements, having all of these key features and benefits, some testimonials, the guarantee, FAQ section, and also reviews, go ahead and watch my video here that displays exactly how I designed this product page. And I also show you how to design the home page that looks something like this, just in case you want to put some additional effort on that part. But as a side note, having a well-designed homepage is really not important, especially if you're just starting out, because once you start running ads, all of your customers are going to be landing onto your product page, and they are more than likely not going to be browsing around to your homepage anyway. So again, don't worry about perfecting your homepage too much. And last but not least, you also want to make sure that you upload a logo for your store. And if you're struggling to think of a good name for your store, you can just use my prompt in the description below, and you can see that it gave me 15 different ideas that I can choose from. And notice how a lot of these names sound really random. This is typically the style I like to go for, because the more different and unique your brand name is, the more easier it is for your customers to be able to search up your website and for your store to be ranked the highest on Google. And once you've decided on your brand name, you can simply create a free account on Canva, look at all of the different templates that they have for store logos, and then simply replace the text with your brand name, similar to what I did right here. And then go back into your theme, click on settings on the left-hand side, and then simply upload the logo that you created on Canva, and then adjust the size to whatever you feel like looks good. And don't forget to scroll down, click on checkout, and also make sure to upload that same logo so that customers can see your brand name once they're actually purchasing your products. And once the logo is set up, you also want to make sure that you buy a domain for your store. And my recommendation is to use a .com or a .co for any of your domains. And now that you have a product page that's ready to go, now I'm going to show you the type of ads that you should be creating, whether you're selling products that solve a problem or have a strong wow factor. So as I said earlier in this video, what I would generally recommend if you're just a beginner starting out with dropshipping is to sell products that market themselves. Because as long as that product has a really strong wow factor, you don't need to do anything crazy in your video ads just to be able to advertise that product. And this is especially ideal for people who don't really have much marketing experience. So for example, I ran across this ad a couple of months ago on my feed, and it's simply just this person recording with their phone showing how this product works and how it's blowing off all of the snow from this person's car. And we can see that the total length of this video is 9 seconds, and we don't even hear anybody talking in the video. There's not even any type of text on the screen that gives context to what this product is. And that's because the product and what it does simply speaks for itself. And if we take a look at the engagement of this ad, it literally has 13K likes, over 5,000 comments, and 7 million views. And like I showed earlier in this video, the number one indicator that tells you if a product might be worth selling is if you look at the comments and everything is happening in recent time. I mean, look at how recent all of these comments are happening. There's this person who commented 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 36 minutes ago, and it's definitely getting a lot of engagement. And I think for the most part, a lot of people are showing demand for this product. And this was all done with somebody recording this product with their phone for only 9 seconds. And you can see the same principles apply for this product as well. It's just this person recording the product with their phone, and then they're just showing the result of the product because it just looks so cool. This video was only 7 seconds long. It already has 1 million views. If we look at the comments, we can see everybody is commenting in real time, and people are clearly showing demand for this product. And this really just goes to show that the way you advertise your products, especially in 2025, doesn't have to be as difficult as you actually think. The only difficult thing is just being able to find products with a strong wow factor like this. But to be honest, this particular product is actually pretty brand new. They only started running ads less than a month ago. And if I was you, this is probably something that could be worth testing. And let's say if you're selling a product that solves a problem, as long as that product also has some sort of wow factor to it, you could pretty much get away with the same exact type of ads that we just saw a couple minutes ago. though. I mean, just look at how simple this ad is for this product. It's literally just this guy's wife who has this product on. He put a simple text on the screen. Every time she puts it on, she becomes paralyzed. To be honest, I think that's a really good text hook example that you can also apply into your videos. But this video is basically just 1 minute long of this girl's husband just simply recording her and just giving some context behind what is going on. And we can see that this video has already done 168K views, and it's an ad that's clearly working right now. And if we take a look at the product we found during this video, the videos that are going viral right now on TikTok pretty much follow the same concept. You can see that this person didn't do any professional type of ad. They didn't have to write any special type of script. They didn't have to do any special marketing tactics just to be able to advertise this product. They're simply just wearing the product, showing how it works, and that's because the product speaks for itself. You don't really have to explain too much about it because it's extremely easy to understand through video. Now that you understand the type of ads you need to be creating for your products, the next step is to actually drive traffic to your store. And my favorite method for beginners would be TikTok ads. And here's why I recommend using it for those who are just starting out. Not only is it much cheaper to advertise on TikTok versus other platforms like Facebook, but the type of ads that work well on TikTok are much more native and organic, meaning that they don't really require a ton of effort to create, just like what you saw with some of the ads that I showed you guys. Plus, you can get started with TikTok ads with a budget as low as $20 per day, making this one of the most beginner-friendly strategies out there. That being said, in order to get started, you're gonna need to create a new TikTok ads account. And to do that, just scroll down to my description below, click the link, and you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. And then simply enter in your email and your password. And after that, it's gonna ask a few more details, and you should be able to get everything set up in the next couple of minutes. And once you complete the sign up process, you should be brought directly to your new TikTok ads manager. From here, you wanna go back into your Shopify store, go to the search bar and type in TikTok. And from here, you wanna install the app into your store. Once the app has been installed, we're gonna click on setup now. And then you wanna connect the new TikTok ad account that you just created. And then you wanna make sure that this is set to maximum. And then we're gonna create a new pixel and then click confirm and then finish setup. And now that our pixel is connected to our store, we're gonna go back to the ads manager, hover over the tools up here, click on events. Once you're here, you're gonna go to the left-hand side, click on data sources. And then you wanna look for the TikTok pixel that we just created, which should be the first box right here. Go ahead and click on that pixel, then click on settings and make sure that this option is checked on because this is gonna make sure that your pixel can optimize properly once you start running your first campaign. And now that we're good to go with the pixel, we're gonna go up here and then click on campaign. And then from here, we're gonna click on create. And now I'm just gonna walk you guys step by step on creating your first testing campaign for your product. For the objective, we're gonna select website conversions. Make sure that these options are checked off. For the campaign name, I'm gonna put the name of my product and then add test so that I know it's a testing campaign. And then today's date just to help me understand when I actually started this campaign. Then click on continue. For the ad group name, we're gonna call it broad number 1. And over here, you wanna make sure that you select the pixel that we just created. If for whatever reason you see that your pixel is grayed out just like this, then what you need to do is make sure that you set up your payment providers for your Shopify store. And if you're using Shopify payments, you're gonna click on manage, scroll down below, and then go ahead and turn on test mode. And then what you do from here is just go on your website as if you're a normal customer, add your product to cart, go to the checkout page, and when it comes time to actually pay for your product, you're gonna use this exact card number right here, where it's literally just 424242. You're gonna set the expiration date of the card to whatever date that you want, and do the same thing for the security code as well. And then once that payment goes through, it's basically gonna look like as if a customer actually purchased on your store without actually having purchased anything. And the reason that we need to do this is so that we can activate the pixel so that I can recognize that as a purchase event. And after waiting around 15 to 30 minutes, you should be able to select your pixel and then select complete payment as your objective. And if for whatever reason it still doesn't work, another thing that you can do is to turn test mode off. Go to the left-hand side of your store and click on discounts, create a new discount, and then select amount off order. And you could just name the discount code like test or something like that. And then we're gonna set this as a 99% discount code and then click save. Once you create that discount code, you wanna go through the checkout process on your website once again, but then just use this 99% discount code so that you can just purchase your own product for like $1 or something like that. And then once you do that, it should hopefully activate your pixel so that you're able to connect it right here. And once again, allowing you to select the complete payment objective. After you connect your pixel, you're gonna scroll down further. We're gonna select placement. We're gonna deselect these two options, select advanced settings, and then we're gonna turn all of these options off because usually when it comes to dropshipping, you're gonna get a lot of haters on your comments. And I found that by having all of these options off doesn't really affect the results that I get out of TikTok ads. Then go ahead and scroll down further. You can go ahead and choose whatever country that you wanna target. In my case, I'm based in the US, and I generally recommend always targeting the US if you're starting out. However, if you're based in Europe and you're watching this video, then you can definitely dropship to countries like Germany, Italy, Denmark, and basically a lot of other countries in the EU. And for the age range, I'm gonna keep it completely broad just because I think this product can benefit pretty much much almost anyone. And later on, as we run the ads, we can start to figure out which age range is actually most interested in the product, and then you can narrow down from there. For the gender, we're gonna keep it at all, unless you're selling like beauty products specifically for women, but generally you always wanna keep it at all. Everything else we're gonna leave untouched. We're not gonna set up any interests or anything like that. We're just gonna let TikTok find the best audience who might be interested in our video ads. For the budget, we're gonna set this at $20, which is the lowest that you can currently set with TikTok. For the schedule, I always recommend starting at the very next day at midnight. So I'm gonna put all zeros right here and then click OK. And then we're gonna scroll down a little bit further, make sure that our optimization goal is set to conversion, and then click continue. And then what we're gonna do is turn on smart creatives, because this is gonna allow TikTok to automatically choose which ads it wants to show to people on their feeds. And overall, it's just a more hands-off approach and a really great option for beginners. And now we're gonna create a new custom identity. And this is something you don't need to overcomplicate. You can either put the name of your product and then just upload a picture of your product, or you can also just put the name of your website. Either one will work just fine. So in my case, I'm just using the name of my product. Again, I'm not overcomplicating this. And then we're gonna scroll down, and this is where you're gonna be able to upload all of your video ads. So what I generally recommend is to upload at least 2 to 4 creatives per ad set. So I went ahead and uploaded 3 videos just as an example. And keep in mind, those videos have nothing to do with this product, as I don't actually have any video ads to use for this, because again, this strategy is just for demonstration purposes. And then you're gonna go ahead and upload all of your video ads. Once your videos have been uploaded, now we just need to add a quick little caption for our videos. To keep things simple, I would just recommend putting some sort of offer for your store. So for example, you could just put free shipping worldwide, and then I'd recommend adding at least one more text. And this time I'm gonna put something related to the price. So in this case, I'm just gonna put 30% off, sale ending soon. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Just know that the captions on your video is honestly one of the least important things, because most of the focus is gonna be on the video ad itself and not really so much on the caption. For the call to action, I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of them, select this drop-down list, and then choose shop now only, and then scroll down further and then simply paste in the link of your product. So I'll just grab the URL directly from the store and then paste it right here. Of course, I would recommend actually purchasing a domain for your store and not using .myshopify as your URL. And then once everything is good to go ahead and publish that ad set. And after publishing it, you'll be brought back to your ads manager. You're gonna select on ad groups, and this part is completely optional, and it really just depends on how much you're willing to spend for your products. If you're just a beginner and you don't really have much budget to spend, it's completely okay to have one ad set running at $20. However, if you have a little bit more budget to play around with, I would recommend making at least 2 more duplicates of this ad set. So I'm gonna make 2 more copies and then just rename these to broad number 2 and broad number 3, and then click copy, and then click on publish all. And the reason for doing this is so that TikTok can actually deliver my ads to different groups of people within each of these ad sets. And this is good so that it can help us know if our ads are actually working a lot more quicker rather than just running one ad set. But again, you don't have to do this, and if you're running on a low budget, you can still test TikTok ads with just one ad set. And now that your campaign has been launched, I'm now gonna go over what you should be looking for within the first 3 days of running your ads. So on the first day, you're gonna let all of your ad groups run and spend at least $5 each. If you decided to only run one ad group, then you're gonna wait until that one ad group has spent at least $5. Once it has spent $5, you're gonna pay attention to your cost per click. If after $5 spent, not a single person clicked into your ads, or if you see a cost per click of over $2, then you wanna kill those ad groups, because what that's telling you is that your creatives are just not good enough. And generally what you want to be seeing is a cost per click anywhere under $2, but ideally under $1 or 50 cents or below, which is really gonna tell you that your ads are really, really good. And if your product and ad is really good, usually in most cases, in every winning product I've ever scaled, I will come out with at least a purchase on day 1. But don't worry, getting a purchase on the first day of testing is not necessarily your goal. And as long as your cost per clicks are still under $2 by the end of the day, but ideally under $1, you're gonna let all of your ad groups run again for day 2. So on day 2, you're gonna let all of your ad groups spend once again, but this time you're gonna wait until they spend at least $10. And if you see that your cost per clicks are above $2 and you don't have any add to carts on any of your ad groups, then you wanna go ahead and just kill them. However, if you're still getting really good cost per clicks, at least under $1, and you're starting to see some add to carts, that's usually a pretty good sign, because now the TikTok algorithm is starting to find potential buyers who are interested in your product. So basically the entire goal of day 2 is just at least seeing people showing interest in buying your product, but not necessarily purchasing it. And if for whatever reason you're seeing a really good cost per click and you're seeing a ton of add to carts, but no one is purchasing anything, then you can try to lower your product price by around $5, because that can sometimes mean that there is a pricing issue, or there's just something that you need to tweak with the offer that you're presenting to your customers. And then on day 3, you're gonna let all of your ad groups spend its full budget. And if you still didn't get any purchases up to this point, you wanna kill those ad groups and either restart this entire process and try to test better ads, or just move on to the next product, which is what I would personally recommend to do. And if you did actually get some purchases up to this point, that is a really good sign. And usually by this case, you'll either be near break even, or if your product is really a winning product, you should ideally be profitable by day 3. If you're not really too profitable yet, or you're nearing breaking even, you're gonna continue to let these ad sets run for a couple more days, just until you can start to see some more profitability. However, if you're still continuing to get purchases and you're really seeing a lot of profit, then that means you'll be ready to scale all of your ad groups. And if you wanna know how to scale your TikTok ads, you can go ahead and watch my video right here where I cover everything, and it's still applicable in 2025. But I'm not gonna cover the full scaling strategy in this video, as it's going to make this video extremely long. So again, I just recommend watching that video on my channel as I go over everything really in depth. And once you start to get some sales rolling into your store, as a reminder, you do have Zendrop already connected to your store, which makes the entire fulfillment process super easy. You can fulfill all of your orders with ease and get them all shipped out within around 7 to 12 days on average. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to this channel. And also make sure to join my free Discord group as well, so that you can connect with like-minded entrepreneurs who are also starting out with dropshipping. And again, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.